The Adult Literacy League is a nonprofit organization that has been teaching adults in Central Florida how to read, write, and speak English since 1968. They do this by pairing students with volunteer tutors that work with them on their individual learning goals. As a direct result of their adult education programming, Central Floridians are becoming U.S. citizens, getting their GEDs, purchasing homes, raising literate children, and so many other amazing milestones. Development Manager Peyton Whittington is here with us to explain more. And Peyton, thanks so much for being here. We love to talk about volunteer opportunities. And I bet a lot of folks have heard the Literacy League or something, and they think, well, maybe it's just reading to children or something. So basically, what is this great opportunity?
For sure. Well, thank you so much for having me. Here at the Adult Literacy League, we teach adults to read, write, and speak English. So we serve two different kinds of student populations. We serve English for speakers of other languages, so immigrants and refugees looking to learn the language and feel more comfortable here in their new home. And then adult basic education students. So these are adults who grew up speaking English, but for many reasons never learned to read or write, or just have very low literacy skills that they would like to improve.
And so you basically kind of match up a volunteer with that person in need, or how does that kind of work if maybe someone is looking for a volunteer opportunity?
Right, so we have two different volunteer opportunities. We have the one-on-one tutoring, where you can serve as a volunteer tutor, where you're matched with your own student and you work with them on their individual educational goals. And then we also have group classes happening mostly throughout the libraries in Orange, Osceola, and Seminole County, and also online via Zoom. So it's a very flexible opportunity. You can volunteer whenever and wherever you want.
Okay, that's always, we like to know, is there a minimum requirement that, you know, sometimes we're a little hesitant to volunteer because we're thinking, oh gosh, is this going to be a huge commitment to my time?
Right, not at all. If you have an hour a week and you can do things like read a restaurant menu, read a road sign, fill out a job application, you have very valuable information that you could share with someone else.
And that's what I mentioned earlier, that, you know, folks that are benefiting from this, they can now fill out forms, they can get their GED. I'm sure it's just a whole wide range of learning skills that are provided by your volunteers.
Absolutely. I mean, think about everything that you read in a day. It's not just reading books, which we all love to do, but it's essential things like reading road signs, you know, reading your prescription bottle, health literacy, financial literacy. It's all so important.
And I imagine too, for the volunteers, it's kind of a win-win situation for them as well. They probably help this person and really see them thrive and achieve goals. So the volunteer really gets something out of it too.
Oh yes, I'm sure if you ask any volunteer, they'll say that they might get out a little bit more than even their students get in. I myself volunteer in addition to my day job, teaching my own English class at the Sanford Library by me, and it's by far the best day of my week.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, why is literacy so important to you?
Yeah, so I majored in journalism, so the, you know, English language, the written word, the read word, it's all very important to me. And just seeing in my students the way that language can be the first domino that topples so many other things, like purchasing a home, registering to vote, becoming gainfully employed, you know, getting a good job with benefits. These are things that benefit the individuals, but also their families and our entire community.
Oh, absolutely. And you do, you know, I hadn't really thought about that. All of those ways that just something as simple as being able to read and write really comes into play with your daily living.
For sure.
So
sure.
With the Adult Literacy League, now maybe someone's kind of thinking, oh gosh, I might want to, you know, we'll have all the information for them to contact you. So is there, you know, an age requirement? Are there any fees involved? What are the details to volunteer?
Yeah, it's very easy and accessible. All you have to do is be an adult, 18 or above, and have at least an hour a week to dedicate to someone who could use that educational experience.
And so, you know, wherever maybe there's a need in your area, then you can match that person up to a local school or a local senior center or something like that?
Sure, yeah. We pair volunteers with students who want to meet in the same area and about the same time as them. So it's very adjusted to your schedule and where you are.
And so I'm sure, again, you see all the benefits from your volunteers and then the folks that they serve as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So again, we're really big on volunteering here at Active Lifestyles. So Peyton, thanks so much for coming and telling us about the Adult Literacy League. Now we understand a little bit more what's involved and how it's such a great service here in Central Florida. So if you can read and write, then you can help someone who can't. Visit adultliteracyleague.org for more information on how you can get more involved today. Thanks.